everyone's mind is not only the switch of our temperatures.
Yeah.
I think y'all experienced that yesterday, right?
Ooh,
Oh yeah. And then snow.
Yeah.
Some of you more than others, as I, chat about the idea of snow. I know that worries people, but this was kind of our first little snap into the winter season.
Yeah.
We're not technically hitting winter yet because that happens December 21st.
Okay.
But a live look outside isn't too alarming. You've got Terminal Tower lit up in blue and red right now. We've got the cloud cover locked on into place, and across the area, some of you are waking up to snowflakes. So yes, more snow to talk about, and it's going to be an off and on thing, especially through the snow belts today. It is already coming down, and some of you have seen roads covered in snow this morning. We're not going to amount to a whole lot today, especially for you who live out here. You know it, and you know it very well. But right now, those who are seeing it near Huntsburg, as well as Parkman, all the way to Trumbull, so parts of Geauga County and Ashtabula County, even Lake County too, that immediate lakeshore part, that's where you see a little bit more of that rain trying to mix over to snowflakes. We have that upper level of the atmosphere just real close to the water because of that water temperature right now. It's still in the mid to even upper 50s because of how warm it's been this past week. So you can kind of get an idea as to just where that wind is bringing some of this moisture in. That's where it grabs some of this. That's how we actually get the lake effect, is because of that wind right off that warm lake. The air is cool, wants to grab some of that, and that's how we get this lake effect snow. So some of you there could pick up a few inches. I'll show you those snowfall totals as we head through this forecast together. The majority of you, though, waking up snowless, and I think that's probably the way you want it, maybe just for now. But after the week we've had that's been oh so mild, I think this is really kind of kicking us into gear and bringing us back to November. It may have had you decorating yesterday or prepping things for Thanksgiving. We are not the only lake that is dealing with lake effect snow this morning. Every single Great Lake has the exact same situation happening because of this dominant high just to our west. This is parked over parts of Iowa right now, so that is influencing our wind direction overall. That pesky front that swept on through yesterday is back through parts of the mid-Atlantic. It is not going to be a bother to us. The bother to you might be the fact that it is still plenty cold. Much of the Midwest, much of the Ohio River Valley, this stretches all the way down to Atlanta right now, very close to freezing. In fact, sub-freezing in Minneapolis, even Chicago at 31 degrees, 20 out in Kansas City. So that Arctic air is very much so plunging into the U.S., and there will be much colder days in our extended forecast. Right now, we are all basically in the 30s, but it feels like the 20s for a greater portion of us. Today's high going to be in the upper 30s. That is the coldest we've had high temperatures, if we clocked only in the upper 30s, since late March. So there is a little bit of a switch we've made from last Saturday, hitting a record high, to only being potentially in the 30s today. In your National Zymer hour-by-hour forecast, we keep that lake effect machine kind of turned on for at least the next couple of hours, all the way through about midday. And then this evening. Things start to wind on down as we get some drier air surging into place. That'll kind of cut that threshold off. But tomorrow morning, this is 6 a.m. We're basically all in the 20s to start the day tomorrow morning. I think some of you in the snow belt could, as we kind of stretch through tonight, pick up a few inches depending on those isolated spots and where those bands kind of set on up. In your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast, the warmest day I have to tell you about is Tuesday. That is 43 degrees. You can tell the smile on my face is very fake right now because our coldest temperature in the extended forecast is a high of 34. But check out the morning low. Waking up next Saturday morning, you're going to see me on go in a winter jacket broadcasting you the weather because our low that morning, 19 degrees. Brianna.
Sheesh,
Welcome.
19 degrees? No thanks, Payton.
Yeah.
Well, coming up, New York